There's no honor among thieves, but there is honor among mobsters. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. And today we're talking about Mafia, specifically Mafia. Death comes in threes. One of the big things that Mafia games have always done well is their stories. From the henchman to the capo to the boss, it can be fun to live the life of a Mafia member, especially when they add in new mechanics like the ability to switch characters each night, and also have some with unique skills. The game looks gorgeous with its cell shading, and the voice acting has been top-notch in all my playthroughs. Mafia 3's story takes us back to New Orleans in the 1960s during the Civil Rights era, and you play as Lincoln Clay, an African-American-made man who comes home from Vietnam only to find his family has been murdered by the Italian mob. You take it upon yourself to take down the entire clan, but you are not alone. Along the way, you make friends with a number of colorful characters, such as a hitman, a lawyer, and an enforcer, who also become part of your crew. The story is full of action and revenge as you slowly work towards taking down the bosses. In this game, you can switch between 3 different characters at any given time, depending on what needs to be done. This is called a life, and adds a layer of strategy to the gameplay. During the day, you can do missions with any of these characters, but once night falls, you can only choose one character to take out on the streets. Depending on which one you choose, will determine how the mission plays out. It allows for more strategic options while playing the game, so let's go over how each life works, how you can switch between them, and how they affect the gameplay. There are 3 main lives in Mafia 3, the Enforcer, the Hitman, and the Lawyer. Each one brings something unique to the table. You start out as Lincoln Clay, the Enforcer, and he's more of a brawler. He doesn't aim for headshots, but rather just goes in guns blazing. This is reflected in his special ability, which is called Kneel Before Me. This ability does exactly what it sounds like it would do. While it's active, Lincoln will force everyone he comes across to kneel before him. It makes stealth much easier because no one will attack you if they're on their knees. You can even pick them off one at a time or let other enemies shoot each other. His second ability is called Throwback. As the name suggests, it's a throwing ability that stuns enemies for a few seconds. It requires some practice to get the timing right, but it can stun multiple enemies if done correctly. Both abilities are very helpful in close quarters combat, which is great since you will be in those situations a lot. As you progress through the game, you'll meet 2 more characters who will become your Hitman and your Lawyer. These 2 can be switched into whenever you're doing a daytime mission. The Hitman, whose name is Thomas, is great at taking out enemies from afar. He can use his trusty sniper rifle to take out multiple targets without getting up close and personal. This is perfect for missions where you need to be stealthy, or if there are a lot of enemies, and you do not want to have to go toe-to-toe with them. The Lawyer, whose name is John, specializes in distractions. He can pull out his megaphone and yell into it to distract all nearby enemies. This is useful if you need to get somewhere without being seen, or if you need to get the drop on a group of enemies. Both the Hitman and the Lawyer bring a much-needed change of pace to the gameplay. They allow you to approach missions in different ways than you might have with just the Enforcer. To switch between these 3 lives, you simply choose which one you want to play as when the sun goes down. You can choose to be the Enforcer, the Hitman, or the Lawyer, each offering a different gameplay experience. The cool thing about it, though, is that you can seamlessly switch between the 3 during the day. You're working with the family business and need to make some money? Switch to the Lawyer. There's a hit out on you, and you need to lay low. Switch to the Hitman. Need to intimidate some people into giving you what you want? Switch to the Enforcer. The flexibility that this offers really adds to the strategic element of the game. The Mafia series has always had a strong emphasis on storytelling, and Mafia 3 is no exception. The game takes place in the 1960s in New Orleans, and the story follows Lincoln Clay, an African-American mobster who returns home from the Vietnam War only to find his adoptive family murdered by the Italian Mafia. The game does a great job of immersing you into the story. The cutscenes are well done, and the voice acting is top-notch. The story is also full of twists and turns that keep you engaged. Overall, the story is one of the best aspects of the game. While the story is great, the gameplay is what keeps you playing. Mafia 3 offers a mix of third-person shooter and stealth gameplay, and it does both of these genres well. As mentioned earlier, the game lets you control 3 different characters, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. This keeps the gameplay fresh and allows you to approach missions in different ways. For example, you could choose to go in guns blazing with Lincoln, sneaking around as the hitman, or using distractions as the lawyer. The game also features a variety of different weapons and vehicles, which adds to the overall enjoyment of the game. Another great aspect of Mafia 3 is the open world. New Orleans is beautifully rendered, and there's plenty to do outside of the main story missions. There are side quests, collectibles, and activities that will test your driving and shooting skills. It's nice to have the freedom to explore the world and just cause some chaos. However, no game is perfect, and Mafia 3 does have some flaws. Some players have reported issues with the game's performance, but this varies from machine to machine. Another criticism that has been leveled at the game is its length. Some players have said that the story could have been wrapped up sooner, but this is subjective and depends on the player's own enjoyment of the game. Overall, I highly recommend Mafia 3 to anyone who's looking for a fun and engaging game to play. The story is fantastic, and the gameplay is solid. Plus, the open world is beautiful to explore. So if you're looking for a new game to add to your collection, look no further than Mafia 3. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What do you think of Mafia 3? Is it the best game in the series, or do you have a favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more gaming videos. And thank you for watching.